Hello, this is DrSayus and welcome to my review of Sonic Lost World on the Wii U, which was also ported to Steam later on. Sonic Lost World is a mixed bag. If you look at reviews online, it hovers around the 60 mark out of 100, and there's reason for that because Sonic Lost World is a mixed game. Whenever you play Sonic Lost World, almost every level is radically different, where they start throwing in all these different concepts, and some of them work and some of them don't work. The story is a little bit stronger than your typical Sonic game. Dr. Eggman is controlling the Deadly Six, creatures with their own unique powers. It doesn't go into too much depth about that. Dr. Eggman is controlling them with a magic conch. But once Sonic hits it out of Eggman's hand, they turn against him. So Sonic and Eggman have to work together. They're a little bit better than Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors, but the story would fall short of the likes of the Sonic Adventure games. Even so, it was a nice little surprise. Whenever you start Sonic Lost World, the first thing you'll notice is the levels are 360 degrees, so like tiny planets, so you can run under them and still stick to the ground. So if you've played Super Mario Galaxy, it's pretty much the same concept. The only difference would be if they sucked some of the fun out of Super Mario Galaxy, then you get Sonic Lost World. I think there's about 8 worlds to explore. Each world has a boss. So your typical worlds, you have your grass world, your water world, ice world, you know, what you'd expect that way. I like the Deadly Six. I know a lot of people didn't, but I find some of their personalities funny.
Where's that punk? I've been dreaming about pounding his sorry poop butt.
One word of helpful advice: diet and exercise.
That's 3 words.
Hey! Whoa!
I think I'll have you for dessert.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Yeah, right. Hey, I forgot the mustard. Be right back.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Move it or lose it, snow cone.
The last time we met, you ruined my nail art. Now I have to reapply a whole new coat.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? I am so sorry.
Oh, well, in that case...
Oh no, what I meant to say is, I'm so sorry that you have nothing more important to do in life.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that! As soon as my nails dry.
The Wisps felt very tacked on in this game. They were more instrumental in Sonic Colors, but since Colors, they struggled to make the Wisps feel important. Just like in Sonic Generations, they're mostly optional. I avoided Wisps when I could. I find the controls to be very cumbersome. If you had the Wii U gamepad and you would have to do like swiping motions. One of them didn't work. There was a music note one. I couldn't get that one working at all for some reason. Maybe they fixed that in the Steam version, I don't know. New to this game is there is a run button. If you don't press the run button, Sonic just does this slow walk. So pretty much you have the run button held in at all times just to get Sonic moving the way you want him to. I suppose they were thinking if you let go of the run button, you get more control over Sonic, but I personally didn't see a use for it, to be honest. Like two extremes, very fast or very slow. There was no in between. There's also other moves. Sonic's spin dash comes back, but it is not great. If I did use it, it was only because I had to use it. The double jump was a little bit useful. It reminded me of the double jump in Sonic R. It gave you a bit more control in the air. The only thing was when you did the double jump, the first jump Sonic's in the ball, so he's invulnerable. But when you do the second jump, he's completely vulnerable, so you have to be careful of that. You could bounce on the ground like that power-up in Sonic Adventure 2, and you could also kick enemies. So sometimes you had the homing attack enemies, and then there were certain enemies you had to kick them instead. There's loads of different gameplay. Like there's one where you're like in a 3D section, and you're jumping on all these springs. Then they switch to like a 2D level where the level sort of twists and turns. There's a few grinding sections. There's a section where you start off as a snowball, and as you go through the level you get bigger and bigger. And then there was one where you get chased by giant fruit and you have to make them roll onto a blender. One thing that really stood out to me about this game is this is by far the most difficult Sonic game I've ever played. Usually Sonic games tend to be on the easy side, but not Sonic Lost World. Sonic Lost World, I'm sort of figuring out why it's called Lost World, because the worlds are so bloody hard. People end up getting lost in them.
Wow.
You could say it would be nearly up the Dark Souls level. It was that difficult. I did find myself retrying a lot and dying a lot, though I think some of the difficulty was due to frustrating game design. Like, some of it was very cheap. There was parts where you would die, like you'd have no chance of figuring it out first time. Like, there's like a pit that's out of eye shot and you just suddenly see it and then it's too late. The game focuses on collecting animals, similar to the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. I find this quite frustrating because as I completed the levels and I got to a certain stage, it required me to get more animals, so I'd have to go back to a level which has a lot of animals and pretty much keep playing that level over and over until I build up the animals. I had to look something up online. There's a level which gets you a lot of animals, which made the game a bit less frustrating, but this is sort of a flaw in my eyes. Like, it doesn't test the player's skill, it's just tedious. It's like they're just padding the game out as much as they can, but I imagine people are getting frustrated by this. There's also red coins to collect, but you didn't need to. They unlock these bonus stages, but I didn't find the bonus stages any fun. Unless you want to get 100% in the game, there was really no reason to get the red coins. Or say if you want to see if you're able to get a red coin, but animals are the main prize in this game. Sometimes you lose control of Sonic in the game and there'd be odd slowdown. I can't really explain that, but that was what happens. The game is very bright and colourful. The levels do pop. I think it's one of the better looking games on the Wii U. It's definitely on par with graphic wise to any Mario game that I've seen. The music is interesting. It does get irritating after a while, but it wasn't bad. Overall, Sonic Lost World, it's not my least favourite Sonic game, but at the same time it's not one of my favorites either. It's right bang in the middle, so I'm gonna give this game a 3 out of 5. It looks great and you can see that they have put effort into the levels. They've tried to be as innovative as possible, but it's like the developers just put like a whole bunch of ideas into the game. Instead of working to finesse about 4 or 5 ideas, they have about 20 incomplete ones. But I can appreciate the effort they put into the game, and because of that I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. It's not a game for everybody. If you're not really into Sonic or platforming games, I would skip it. If you're into both of those things and you're curious to see what the game's like, give it a go. You might enjoy it. I thought it was okay, but it's not a contender on any top 10 lists. I don't think. So yeah, that was my review of Sonic Lost World, guys. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the game? Was I too harsh on it, or was I not harsh enough?